before. Have you ever gone on Amazon and you kind of went shopping for something, like maybe a new phone or whatever? Have you ever done that? Of course they're going to say yes. Okay. And you're like, okay, well, I'm looking at the phone. Oh, the reviews are good. Oh, that's expensive. Man, I'd love to buy this right now, but I can't right now. Okay, anyway, well, this is cool. I'm gonna get this phone soon. I'm gonna get this phone soon. But time to go. All right. So then next day or two later, checking out the Sunday scores for football, whatever, checking out the top news, and all of a sudden, boom, there's that ad for the company Bell that was selling on Amazon for the Samsung Galaxy S10. Pretty cool. Almost everyone, especially if they're doing anything, almost everyone that spends any amount of time on the computer or their phone is going to have this experience now. They don't necessarily know what it's called. Sometimes it freaks them out and they don't like it, but they'll like it. They're going to learn to like it. Okay, here we go. So then maybe the next day you hit CNN and boom, there's that ad again. Oh yeah, right. Right. So Bell. Okay, Samsung Galaxy S10, Bell. So I'm getting the branding, I'm remembering the product, and I'm checking out the local news. And once again, this isn't a big website, this is a tiny website. All right, here we go. And oh, there we are on the Weather Channel. Someone mentioned the Weather Channel earlier just a second. All right, so again, here I'm on the Weather Channel. Now it's time to check out my portfolio on Yahoo Finance or check out the latest financial news. And there it is. So, Mr. Customer, what do you think? What do you think? If you've experienced this, yeah. So what have you seen? And you might even want to throw in a story. You know what? I used to do a lot of consulting for telemarketing companies, and I went and checked out some of the software. And one of the software companies I went to is called Five9. It's really well known. It's actually kind of an expensive telemarketing software, but I can't get away from it now. And of course, when it was time to recommend this software and to purchase it on behalf of my clients, of course, that's the one that I end up purchasing. Okay? All right, so there we go. Now, Mr. Customer, you have a dealership, right? So imagine if someone comes to your dealership, Premium Auto. All right, they come to your dealership, Premium Auto, and then they start seeing this. They start seeing your ad on ESPN. There's no reason this can't be you. CNN, Springfield News. This can be you just as easily as these giant corporations. You can be on there just as easily as them. What do you think about that? Does that make sense for you? And by the way, Mr. Customer, this was not something that businesses could do. And like local businesses could do in the past. Even medium-sized businesses, frankly, couldn't do this because it took tens of thousands of dollars just to get into this display ad market, just to try it out. I remember a few years ago, to run a test was going to cost me $2,500. But now, with what we can do, we're enabling and empowering local businesses to get into this and have this kind of power like that the Amazons and the giant Samsungs have had in the past. So what do you think? So there's two major types of traffic campaigns. One is cold traffic, all right? And with cold traffic, we have a number of different ways to target companies. To target companies, to target end users and buyers, individuals, consumers, manufacturers, whoever you can think of targeting, there are ways to do it with cold traffic. And there have been I would say over the last 6 months, even last 8 months, we've had dramatic improvements and just capabilities and flexibility within how we can target with cold traffic. Now there's also retargeting campaigns, and under retargeting is what I just showed on those slides in a very basic format. But imagine if I go back to ESPN now 7 days later or 5 days later, and instead of seeing that same Samsung ad or seeing that same Premium Auto ad, I see a completely different one, and it's got a nice review, 5 stars on it. Premium Auto, always makes me feel like a star. That's extremely cheesy, but you get the idea. Just something that's really warm and is focused around reviews. All right, I'm hearing from people over and over and over again, oh yeah, the review ads with the quote, with the stars on them, they actually do the best. So we rotate that. Maybe then you have a few days later, you have a special offer. So that's the type of retargeting. There's basic retargeting and there's retargeting where you rotate different types of ads over a set period of time. Give a 2-minute overview. Interest cold traffic campaigns are websites, millions of websites and apps have identified themselves under a particular category. So just like if you were making a website, you'd say this is a finance-based website, or this is a marketing type of website, or it's a property or a real estate type of website, or parenting, news, whatever, okay? That's what it is. The website and the app identifies under a particular category. Demographics initially seems similar to that, but it's not at all. What's happening with demographics, big data companies with partnerships with ISPs and internet companies and probably people that own the pipes. I don't know where all the sources come from, but plenty of websites sell their data and their viewers information. And so these big data companies are literally recording IP addresses and signals of who you are, and they know what you care about based on what you're doing online, based on offline data like warranties that you might be sending in to Ford, credit card purchases that you're making that maybe the credit card companies are providing them. Oh, this is a person that through financing information, we know that they're leasing a Lexus. There's just so, you can go on forever explaining where all the data sources come from, but the idea is I think we've got about 10 or 12 different big data providers that put this all together, and they literally create a profile for tens, if not hundreds of millions of people that are online, okay? So now, if I've been identified by a big data company as, oh, this is the person here that's always looking up telemarketing, that's always looking up telemarketing, companies, or this is the person here that always buys Honda. They're totally loyal to Honda. This is the person that has recently shown a great interest in luxury cruises. This is the person that, in name whatever you want to name. This is the person that's in the market to purchase a home. This is the person that's in real estate investment, interested in that. The way that they derive the data is there's just a myriad of ways, but they put it all together, and so they know the person. They know the person that's clicking around on their phone and on the website. And so then you can show ads no matter where they are online, whether they're on WebMD or they're on, give me a mobile gaming, a very popular mobile gaming, I always say Candy Crush or Angry Birds, but that just shows my age. Like 10 years ago, those were the popular games. But that's the idea, right? No matter where you're going, once you've been identified as having a certain profile, we can just show you the ad wherever because we know you're already interested, okay? And then with retargeting, I've already explained what that is. Okay, so there we go. That might have been a little longer, 2 minutes, but thank you for indulging me.